Gather around, children, both young and old, as I show you how to make ornaments of salt dough. It's very easy, a few ingredients, and I'll show you how I made it. First, you take your salt, which is 1 cup, and you add your water, which is 1½ cups. And you want to soften those salt crystals. Next, you'll add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. In this video, I'm doing a half recipe, and I'll have the instructions for both the full and the half in the description box. So you want to mix that around, preferably with a wooden spoon, but whatever spoon you have will work. And then once it gets difficult to stir, you want to start kneading with your hands and work that dough in. So because flour does change from day to day, the moisture content, and also place to place, I saved a little bit of the water for later. And I'll add that in just a little bit. Now some days you'll need the exact amount, some days you'll need a little less. And on this day I actually will be adding a couple more spoonfuls of water than the recipe called for. So you work it until you get this texture right here. Alright. Now we're going to roll out the dough and use cookie cutters, or you can even cut out your own shapes. Alright, once you get those cut off or cut out, you want to move them to a parchment lined cookie sheet. Now, if you want to hang these, you're going to take a straw, or like I did here, I took a chopstick and make a hole in the ornament. Alright, now that you have the first batch of ornaments rolled out, you want to take your scraps, knead them together, then roll those out also. I rolled my dough to about 1/4 inch, and I don't have a rolling pin. I usually use a wine bottle, or in this case I used a Leon Perrin's bottle. Works just the same. Alright, now I'm making my shapes again. Again, you can make these any shape you like. You can even cut them out by hand, or you can do 3D, which I'll show you in a little bit. Alright, so I wanted those to stick together, so I took a little scrap of dough and I decided, let me dip this in the water, and I put it together on the cookie sheet, and you'll see how that turned out. So these I freehand 3 disc shapes, and I'm putting a hole in it because what I envisioned was for it to hang from a ribbon to make that snowman. Sure those holes are nice and clean going through there to make it easier for yourself. Alright, so here they are. They have the holes in them, and they're ready to go in a 325-degree oven for 1 hour. Alright, and double check your holes, and if a hole has shrunk, just while it's still warm, use a chopstick or your straw to enlarge that hole. Alright, you can paint these using acrylic paints. And then on some of mine, I actually drew what I wanted to do. Like this one. Alright, so there you have them. They're beautiful. I love them, and they were so easy to do. Now, you can put a shellac or Mod Podge on these so that they last longer. I don't happen to have those right now. You can write on the back of them to let people know when this was made. So when your children years from now, they'll be like, oh, this was the ornament we made in 2020. Alright, so there they are. And as for the one, my 3D one, check it out. So thank you so much for stopping by Chef Carter's Cooking Corner. Remember to like, subscribe, share, stick around and watch more videos. And we here at Chef Carter's Cooking Corner wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy holidays, everybody. Take care.